Hello and welcome my Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 7-card draw shadow read for this full moon in Sagittarius, waning to new moon in Gemini. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle production since 1998. Good God. The Archangel of Lyons, Angelo, Lyons. But you can call me Mal. I also have Mercury, Venus conjunct in Libra, so very, very glad to help you all. I gotta say, my guides were very clear about these particular waning moon reads. I do 2 of them a month, one waxing, one waning, right? Full to new, new to full. That the shadow work might be intense this time, more so than others, because so many planets are going retrograde. Amongst them Mercury, right? In Gemini, it's going retrograde in its own sign. So that could be a little cuckoo bananas, right? A lot of stuff coming up from the past, a lot of mental trauma, right? All that kind of whatever. So very glad to be doing this for you. So this is not a timeless read, this is a timed read. We are looking at the full moon on Wednesday, the full moon in Sagittarius, May 26th. 7:14 a.m. I'm in New York, so this is Eastern time. Then we're looking at a waning moon read, and waning moons are very good for shadow work. We'll get there, right? But we're looking at the new moon in Gemini on Thursday, June 10th, 6:53 a.m. So we're looking at a 2-week period of releasing, reducing, waning, right? Like, you ever been in a class and like you start off really interested, whatever, like your attention wanes like that, so that you get that clear slate for the new moon in this case in Gemini, which will have Mercury retrograde at the time. So it's a little tricky, right? It's a lot of paradox implosion, I get a feeling, which is why I'm doing the reads this way. It is a 7-card draw, 1 card from 7 decks each to get you the clarity, clues, tips, and hints, guidance, and grace from the pantheons of the divine, to which I am, honestly, I am blood oath bound to them to serve in any way they ask, and this is the way they want me to do it. So look, it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I've been saying it a lot. I may say it forevermore. I will never understand why anybody thumbs down any YouTube reading, because they're general reads, which means you don't like that it's not your read, which is okay, whatever. Or it is your read and you don't like the truth that's being laid out. Because please, these readers work hard. We all work hard, right? Even these kids that are cranking out like 15, 24 readings a day, God bless them. I don't know how they do it. But my day starts with prayer and meditation and shower and cameras and lighting. And I don't do magic to do hands, which is great if the readers do that. Don't want to show their face. I'm Leo rising. Right, you with me? So be kind. Thumbs up to even if it's not your reading, right? Circulate it, help other people see it. So enough about that. All the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box. Do check your other signs, right? Because look, I'm a Virgo sun and a Pisces moon. I watch both, right, on YouTube, because totally different point of view maybe on the same thing. Cool? I guess that's about it. All I can ask from any of you, aside from general read stuff, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the same. I got a little tickle in my throat. The pollen, man, here is nuts. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace I can through my pantheons of the divine, the mother of all, and all that jazz. Please take a nice deep breath. I know it's like that 5-minute of explanation to just get to the goods, but you gotta do it, right? So here we go. We're going to start with the Caroline Myss archetype deck to find out the dominant archetype. Think of it like as something hovering in your 8th chakra right above your head, about to come down. An archetype, yours, right? You have the archetype, somebody else has the archetype, a larger situation does, all of that, some of that. It is a general read. Here we go. Breathe. My collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved with this Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun watching this video, receiving this reading. Please, what is the dominant archetype being developed in them, in somebody else, in a situation, all of that, some of that holographically, from lead to gold, from toxic to healthy, shadow work. It is a shadow read from this full moon in Sagittarius to new in Gemini. The vampire archetype. who they have been flocking around lately. And I'll tell you, an archetype comes into your life, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. I have done reason and season. It has never been mine for a lifetime. However, the alchemy on this one, let's just say, it's very Buffy the Vampire Slayer, very Van Helsing in its light. So let's look at the shadow, the light. The shadow is the lead, 3 more elements than gold on the periodic table. Look it up if you don't believe me. I had an earth science person explain it to me. So the bird transforming it, right? The shadow work, dealing with the shadow to hit that light in the new moon, the shadow attribute of the vampire archetype. Depleting others for your psychic survival. It's parasitic, right? Chronic complaining and codependency, which usually go hand in hand. Now, I've said it before. Codependency is just as lethal as, let's just say, heroin addiction, but a different kind of lethal, right? Lethal to your dreams, lethal to your aspirations, to your energy, to your life force, right? And really destructive in relationships. It's when you take responsibility for other people's emotions when there's no way you can be, right? You made me feel, as soon as I hear that, I'm like, oh no, I have TNS, Teflon neck syndrome, don't try and bite me. Doesn't mean they can't sneak up on you though, right? Particularly the romantic sexual variety, which is why our culture is still fascinated, right? Oh, honey. Penny dreadful. The light attribute, though, the alchemy that's available to you here makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. Now look, Libras, we are 7th house, right? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, Libra is 7th house. It's the scales. It's all about partnerships and relationships and fairness. If it's an equal give and take, right? A symbiotic relationship, that you're able to do from here. You're able to stand in the sunlight, right? Oh, I have a video on my YouTube channel, Vampires and Witches. It's a 2-hour class I did, oh God, it feels like 5 years ago. It probably is. About this particular archetype and how it comes into all of our lives. And that's why so many vampire everything for like, what, the past 50 years? I wouldn't go back to Bram Stoker, but you get what I'm saying here. So, you know, to become aware, but definitely people are like, oh, I'm not a vampire, I'm not a vampire. It's like, but we have all played the role even for a reason. Yeah, maybe not a season or a lifetime. So let's keep going. Now, what's interesting, this should be interesting, because we're going to call in an angel, right? The Healing with the Angels Oracle here. What is the healing angel you need? It's a what do I need read to work with, you know, and pray to, whatever you do. I am so sorry. I have to put on my AC because it'll filter some of the dust and pollen out of here. Please take a nice deep breath. I will try. Air signs that we are. See, but no, this feels really good. All right. So please, my angels and archangels of air in the sign of Libra, please leave the card in my hand. 1 card in clarity for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. My beloved Raphaelites, legions of Archangel Raphael, the rising sun in the east wind, please. Who's the healing angel they most need to work with, dealing with this vampire archetype, this Sag, to that gem? Meditation. Excellent. Excellent, right? So at least so far, no immediate confrontation, right? Now, you don't got to stake anybody in the heart, particularly yourself. And by the way, the ashwood stake in the heart is really about forgiveness and unconditional love, because vampires can't handle that. They have to steal the energy. Love freely given, particularly from a distance, and meditation, let's just say. I've dealt with vampires my whole life. My father, God rest his soul, was a vampire. Bit me, so I was a vampire for a while until I what? Found the light, right? Found my spiritual path, found the codependent patterns that I incarnated into. It's not like I had a chance or a choice, right, as a baby, except, you know, you do choose to incarnate. But remember, you don't choose your families. That's all in the Akashic Records, like, family dating system, whatever. You get sent down. You don't choose them. Yeah, long story. You know them, though, from other lives, right? So what would the healing angel of meditation do? You know, it's a function. It's not. Its name is not meditation, but definitely a Raphaelite, very power of air, very element of the east, to see things clearly, right? To help clear your eyes, to bring you into that stillness. And, you know, I've been I've been picking up Course in Miracles again. They've just been dropping on me. I'm a student and teacher of Course in Miracles for decades. And, you know, I'm a witch, which kind of like throws people, kind of pisses people off on both sides of that aisle. And I kind of dig that. Let's implode that fucker. But the lesson I did, should you ever choose to look it up, I will be still an instant and go home. Because there's a text, a workbook of 365 lessons, and then teacher's manual, but their meaning of teacher's manual is not what you think. So I forget what number it is of the 365, but it's usually an iambic pentameter. I will be still an instant and go home. And it brought me to tears last night, even though I did the course decades ago, right? So that kind of thing, being still, I will be still an instant and go home. And it's not the place you grew up, a different kind of home. Really, source, if you want to go there. And when you can embody source energy around a vampire, they have two choices, right? Flee or burn. So sometimes when people reject you, just know that, right? Just know that sometimes when people reject you, it's just they can't handle your light. They will burn up in the truth of the power that we are. SMIB, it's short for So Motivate. Let's anchor this into some element of earth with the Crystal Oracle, Tony Carmine Salerno's deck, and the voice of Archangel Ariel, my personal angelic lineage. Yes, I'm a living archangel. Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, breathe. My beloved Archangel Ariel, please, one card in clarity for this Libra collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm watching this video, receiving this reading. Come on, I'm dealing with vampires all the time, it seems, and meditating every day, so I might be in this one. So please, what is the perfect crystal, mineral, stone in this deck? Either what's written in the book, the stone itself, their own experience of it, a new experience of it, whether they need to have it in their hand or not, to help them with this vampire archetype alchemy, the shadow work needed in meditation, which is great. They don't need to, like, you know, do anything in the external. This is all yin so far. So what's the best crystal, stone, whatever to work with this new in Sag, full in Sag to new in Gemini? Lovely rose quartz. No one's gonna fake rose quartz. There are certain stones like amber. I'm always skeptical with cheap amber. I'm like, that shit's poured plastic, right? That is no. But who's going to do that? Rose quartz is really relatively inexpensive. It's I mean, gem quality maybe, if there is such a thing, like a clear rose quartz, that's rare. I used to be in the business in metaphysical retail for decades. So, I mean, everybody can get a piece of rose quartz. You probably have one. Like, you probably search in your couch cushions, under your pillows, in your bed sheets, right? Wrong bookie book. Let me read you here what it says about rose quartz. Okay, here we go. Remember what I said about unconditional love? Rose quartz. The first key word, unconditional love, right? I will be still an instant and go home, and therefore bring home here. If home is what you call heaven, right? For me, it's New Olympus, I call it. Blessings, it says first word, where unconditional love, peace, joy, loving thoughts in meditation, right? Got it. So blessings, exclamation point. You are being bathed in love, light, and healing energy. By the universe and those who dearly love and treasure you. So already right there, I'm going to say probably you're not the vampire. We all have tendencies, like I said, when you're tired, right? When you're burnt out. But at that point, if you're honest with yourself, I tell people, it's like, I'm just exhausted. Please forgive me. You don't mean to martyr. Well, constant complaining, chronic complaining, right? Martyr, a martyr vampire. See, they're not always the sexy ones. Sorry. Sorry, getting Brad Pitt flashbacks. This is a time of peace and joy, a time to reflect on all that you are grateful for. Share your love and blessings with your friends and loved ones. Remember, the more love you give, the more love you automatically receive in return, purely from Circulating Love is Divine Power, Carolyn Mace. Anatomy of the Spirit, the Heart Chakra chapter. My book, Words of Grace, links in the description box. It's on Kindle. Go check it out. The Heart Chakra chapter. Love is divine power, right? So as you give that love, love is who we are. All right. Here's another one from Course in Miracles I did a couple of days ago. The workbook is amazing, but if you don't read the text, it doesn't really make sense. There is no love but God's. There is no love but God's, which sounds like, oh, what do you mean by that? But if you read it, Love is who we are. So there is only one love. We think that there's romantic love and love for your fur family and love for trees and love for money. There is no love but God. But God. It's all one thing. One love, right? Bob Marley. This is really, really good, considering there's vampire on the table. Know that you truly deserve all the blessings coming your way. The following is a short prayer. The following is a short prayer from the Tarot Broadcasting System. You may wish to recite so that others may also open their hearts to the healing power of love. You know, I just got the image of them opening the hearts and you can ash steak. Ash from the ash tree, not a steak made of ashes. It's a little hard to manage or to shovel it at them. Here's the prayer. Breathe. We pray for love to heal and guide us, to illuminate our hearts and minds so that we may all come to see and feel the sacred flame of light we each hold within. For then we shall truly know beyond all doubt that only love is real, only love is eternal. Value only that which is eternal, and know that everything else plays a part in that value in some way, shape, or form. Like if you're dealing with a vampire, it's a lesson to take what you're feeling about them. Right? If this is not you, I don't really feel like it is with these cards on the table, but maybe you're dealing with one. Maybe you're becoming a vampire slayer. Or, if you like, a vampire healer, but there's a difference in slaying a vampire and healing one. If you go watch the video, but I'll give you a hint, you kill the vampire that sired them. So, like my father bit me, he died before I kind of got into shadow work in that way. I forgave him. I got it. Somebody bit him. And they bit two friends, and they bit two friends, and so on, and so on, and so on. So whatever rises up in you, if it's absolute hatred, I hated my dad. After he died, I didn't cry for like 3 years until I got into therapy. Yeah, right? I'm being vulnerable and being open here, right? Abra, zombie, and witch. I might as well, speak the tea if I'm going to be looking like this for the public. So, it took years. But, what did they say to me once? Dr. Phil was still in college when you were born, right? It's like psychology has evolved. And now we are merging our spirituality and our psychology. And I believe it was Carl Jung who said spirituality is not a substitute for psychology or vice versa. Probably a horrible paraphrase. So meditate on love. Positive, but not positive thinking. No. This is shadow work, darlings. Yeah, I'm a witch. Please take a nice deep breath. Speaking of which, Daughters of the Moon Tarot, right? So we got the healing system on the table of one of two. We got 2 oracles on the table. Let's get you the tarot. We're going to do Daughters of the Moon for the inside, heart, throat, third eye, crown stuff. Definitely indicated here. Then we'll take the Mythic Tarot, Daughters of the Moon for yin, Mythic Tarot for yang. Either how you appear from the outside looking in or some aspect of the physical world here. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, oh yeah, no, this is soul contract based. Got it. My goddesses of air and the sign of Libra, please, one card in clarity for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm watching this video, receiving this reading, please. What do they need to be aware of in terms of internal alchemy from lead to gold, shadow work, emotional healing work, heart, throat, third eye, crown, that psychological realm, the personal realm, dealing with this vampire archetype with meditation and rose quartz, this full moon in Sag, to new in Gemini. 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. Excellent. They can try to drain you, but you're pretty solid in yourself, right? I love the 9 of Pentacles. When I taught tarot, which I will again, it's just the world changed, I'm not ready to stand up in front of people in front of a classroom yet. I will. The Lady of the Manor, right? If you think right away, like Lady of the Manor with her hooded falcon, at any point she can unhood that thing and send it off, bird of prey. Thank you, Helena Wayne. This is great. This is an internal wealth. Now, you may not be aware of that, hence the meditation going in, that your value, knowing your worth. Because you know what? Somebody can't drain you if you know you're one with Source. Now, they are one with Source as well. But when that is something that is so bedrock strong in you, you create what I call TNS, Teflon Neck Syndrome. They're trying to take your choices away, is what vampires do. That's why they bite you in the throat chakra. Willpower, choices, and decisions, right? And well, but if you do that, well, I'll be destroyed. I mean, I've had people say, if you leave me, I will kill myself. I'm like, well, then I'll see you in the next world. Don't try it, right? And that takes a certain kind of strength, right? Honestly, I feel you have it. Honestly, I feel like solid and maybe even a little stubborn, but I will say this is Malama, Polynesian goddess of fertility. So we're really looking at a very, very strong, like you're able to replenish yourself, but then also know sometimes we can look like blood bags to vampires. Fang them back in, baby. Fang bangers, remember? Oh, I was totally Team Eric. Let's go. The vampire on True Blood, please. Not some guy named Eric. Please take a nice deep breath. Both feet on the floor talking about vampires on a Monday morning. What has my life become? The Mythic Tarot. Here we go. What does this look like from the outside looking in, meaning looking at you, or some aspect of the physical world that would impact you? Root, sacrum, solar plexus, lower three chakras. Navigate the physical world. Breathe. Yeah, I want to know right now. It's like my wooden stakes are sharpening themselves right now because I am Venus in Libra. And yeah, I'm relating to this shit. Fuck! Please, my gods. My beloved gods of air and the signs of Libra. You know who you are. Please, one card in clarity. Who is this? Mercury's going to be retrograde. Is there somebody coming back out of the blue? Is there a vampire that I thought I'd done staked making their way back in? Let's find out, shall we? My Libs, breathe. One card in clarity. What does this look like on the outside for the Libra collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm watching this video, receiving this reading, dealing with the vampire alchemy. Let's just call it that. With the Healing Angel of Meditation, which I highly recommend we call in, with the Stone of Rose Quartz, easy enough to get, knowing our worth, Malama, Knight of Pentacles, Heart, their third eye crown. Please, what does this look like? On the outside, this full moon in Sagittarius, waning to new in Gemini. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. The Pisces card, but the Knight of Cups. The romantic knight. The emotional knight. Mutable water. Now I got a Pisces moon, but that's not what this is. That's not what this is. There could be somebody coming back in. Could absolutely be coming somebody back in. With a romantic offer, offering a cup of love. Just beware. I would love for somebody to take garlic cloves of different sizes and make them, shellac them, put them on French hooks earrings. Right? At least give them a warning, right? You come for me, bite my neck, you're getting a mouthful of legal allium. I think garlic is an allium. That's such a stupid joke. That's what happens when you're raised by a teacher. My mom. Stupid, but funny. I have so many highbrow stupid jokes. It's ridiculous. So look, if this is you, I'm not going to say that then you are the vampire. I think you can be aware that if you're starving for somebody, then there's some healing to be done here on that, right? Because sometimes we need to see that we bite people. And remember, it's not always romantic sexual, but this to me is always the romantic knight. The Knight of Cups, right, coming in on a trot. Virgo trots, Pisces, Virgo walks, Pisces trots, Sagittarius canters, Gemini gallops. So this one coming in at a nice pace. I don't know. I just hope that, these next two cards that hit the table are going to really clarify this. I can feel that in my bones, in my blood. But just be aware. Remember the word beware means be aware. Like, beware the vampires. And honey, they even try and step foot. They will incinerate. I am light. I am one too strong to fight. Now go away and leave my sight and take with you your endless blight. Go back to darkness where you dwell. You can't have Elistariel, which is my angelic name. Derp. Let's keep going. Let's ask the Ascended Masters. Definitely a soul contract. Nobody vampires you by accident, right? Or you don't vampire somebody by accident. Let's do this. Breathe. Yeah, what's our mantra? What is our mantra, my beloved Ascended Masters? This is soul contract oriented. Usually vampires are twin flame, not soulmate. Check out Matt Kahn's definition of that if you can. If you can find the video online. Matt Kahn, K-A-H-N. The name of the video is Soul Contracts, Twin Flames, and Soulmates Redefined. You'll see why I said that. Please, what's our perfect healing mantra here for the Libra Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading? Are there bats incoming? What's the healing mantra to help us get through this, to help us do the shadow work, to help us heal? This Vampire Archetype, Rose Quartz, Meditation, Malama, Nine of Pentacles on the inside, which is our own worth and our own strength, but this Knight of Cups, either we're trotting towards or someone's trotting toward us. What's our mantra this full moon in Sag? Waning to new. In Gemini, liberating love. Rock. Liberating love. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give, which will heal. Whether you're the vampire or the one may or may not get bitten, who may or may not get bitten. Good. Liberating love. I like this one. Now, did someone else get this one? Let me just check. Expanding inner power. Slowing down, unraveling codependency. No. Those were in the True Love reads, which I will get back to. I just want to get these out before New Moon. Liberating love. You know, someone says, you talk too much. I'm like, it's my channel. Swipe left. I don't care. I live alone. I talk to cats and clients. Liberating love. Oh, and yeah, and they're like, duh, you have Mercury conjunct Venus, 3rd house in Libra. I allow myself to receive all of the fulfillment I'm willing to give because you have it in you to do this. When love is liberated, your heart remains open to all the gifts that life has to offer. As love is liberated from the emotional wounds of the human condition, like on the neck, I put that in, it becomes easy to accept, forgive, and receive when such actions seem exhausting. Waning moon. It is simply a sign that your heart doesn't feel safe enough to remain open, right? So pay attention to that. If you're not ready to unconditionally, bless someone unconditionally because they bite you, they try and control you and codependency and all that toxicity, take a break, right? It's saying that your heart doesn't feel safe yet to remain open. When this occurs, your will's freedom, your freedom of choice and decision to embrace each tender corner of your consciousness will allow opening to resume, giving yourself the love that only you can give you. Channeling the light, channeling the divine, call it what you will. When the heart has permission to open, your love is liberated, and you can shine a light into all levels of reality to awaken the truth of all. You might be going from vampire to vampire slayer, and I think what better shadow work could there be in a way, but you have to be bitten, right? You have to be bitten. Someone had to have been born a vampire, right? There had to be the first one. This mantra is ideal for learning how to believe in yourself, promoting self-realization, and integrating the shadow. I mean, look, here, I don't know with the lighting you'll be able to see it, but it says it right there, integrating the shadow. Yeah, I mean, not turn out 10,000 videos a day, but they're amazing. But they always say, yeah, the reading is as clear as the channel, and that's very, very true. All right, one card down. Now here's the party turner. Right, we got this far. We have a good idea what this is about. But now we do the voices of the higher selves of all involved. And we are doing it with the Whispers of Love Oracle, which can all of a sudden be like soulmate, romance, whatever. Like, oh no. I mean, it's hard enough with family, right? It's hard enough with people you work with to deal with vampires, but to deal with the romantic sexual stuff, which is usually where it shows up, right, Libras, particularly for us, breathe. Particularly if you got Venus and Libra, right? You're going to learn about justice. You're going to learn about balance. You're going to learn about how to be in love in a healthy way. Sooner or later, you got to take the path, so please breathe. Last card down. I call to the higher selves of all involved, perhaps my own included, because I can get any of this and all of this. One card in clarity. For the Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Where'd you go? Watching this video, receiving this reading. Come on, even if we got a blind spot here. Higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love, the piece of information, inspiration, or insight you have for us? So we can alchemize this vampire archetype, hopefully for the last time, with the healing angel of meditation we need, with the rose quartz that we need, with that knowing of our own 9 of Pentacles, our own fertility, our own strength, our own self-worth within, with this Knight of Cups. And if we are the Knight of Cups, may we go forth forewarned and forearmed, right, and liberating our own hearts. But if this is a knight trotting in, we don't have to invite them in. Please, with liberating love, that we would be willing to allow ourselves to receive all the fulfillment we're willing to give to another. Here, please, giving it to ourselves. I know I'm putting it off. What's the whisper of love? This full moon in Sagittarius, waning to new in Gemini. Damn it! Union of hearts. Fuck! Union of hearts. This is a connection of love that defies explanation. Vafango! Vafankulo! I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. But I can. Fuck. Yeah, this is a romantic thing. Look, union of hearts. I can't say, well, I mean, my mother and I have a union of hearts, but it's not that kind of relationship, right? No, my mother and I, our relationship does not defy explanation because she's my mother and I adore her, right? I mean, I'm a goddess worshiper because my book, Words of Grace, is dedicated to my mother. There's a picture of her in it, but, you know, I hide her anonymity. I give her anonymity where I can. Come on. Yes, this is called a reader on YouTube, taking a reading personally, because it's just what's going on in my life. And Mercury's about to go retrograde, and we're ruled, Libra is ruled by Venus, right? Shit. Please take a nice deep breath. Let's see if they can summon up a blessing for this. But let me, before I do that, honestly, if this alchemy for you is to be never bitten again, because not that you're always on the defensive, but you know the signs and you trust yourself and you know your worth and you're giving yourself the love that you would love to give to somebody else, but not if they treat you like a blood bag. Please take a nice deep breath. Cough them out. See, that's what I mean, like throat chakra, right? Throughout this reading, and I was not coughing before I turned on the camera. It's like you might have to cough somebody or something out. Go watch my video, because there's a way of decapitating a vampire by speaking the truth. Breathe. Oh, I'm having a real Sarah Michelle Gellar moment. Please, my collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of soul contracts, and the higher selves of all involved. May the Libra collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need. This full moon in Sagittarius, waning to new in Gemini, that we may liberate love, allowing ourselves to receive the fulfillment we're so willing to give, knowing our own worth in our heart, third eye crown, our own strength, our own center, our own stability, and that we are light and we are ones too strong to fight. Particularly if there's a vampire archetype involved, even if it's our own, that we need no longer drain others, because we are learning, we are being taught the alchemy, how to give ourselves the love we are so wanting from others and to give others. But particularly in a relationship with a union of hearts, a heart connection of love that defies explanation. Of all the people in the world, why do I love you? It's a Kate Bush song written by Prince. Go check it out. Calling upon the healing angel of meditation, that we do need to rest. We do need to see this from a higher place. We do need to be still and go home for a minute. For a hot sec, I will be still an instant and go home, so that we are prepared, either as the Knight of Cups or dealing with a Knight of Cups. That romantic night coming in, perhaps triggering us, and if it's someone from the past that we already know, we know what this is. But if it's somebody new coming in, it doesn't necessarily mean they're a vampire, but that they are triggering that within ourselves. Will we bite or be bitten? So may we have the rose quartz that we need in our life to hold on to, focus to. Like a holy symbol, like a mirror. But can we turn the mirror towards ourselves at the same time so that we can give ourselves the unconditional love, the loving thoughts, to liberate our hearts so that we become so bright, so filled with not just love and light, but the light of the divine, which is the love of the divine, the core of who we all are, so that we will never bite or be bitten again for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. Yeah, I know the music's playing. Take a second. Take a breather. Holy fuck. Well, my Libra collector, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, I'm just really glad I don't have to do another personal planet of my own until Pisces now. But hey, if you liked it, like it. Know somebody in this situation, you might want to send it over to them. This is like warning. Yeah, this is exactly, caught it. Fast reflexes. Yeah, witch cat. Anyway, you want to check out my book, check out my book. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. I need to go smoke a cigarette and have a cup of coffee after this one. So, thank you so much for watching. All the usual things that YouTubers say. My mind is fucking blown. I'm gonna say that mantra, though. So for now, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this full moon in Sag. To new moon in Gemini with every planet going retrograde. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.